Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 82 of the Game and Talk podcast. And it's a very, very special episode. But before we get into that, hi, I'm your host, Joey Ferris, here on Nuke the Fridge Gaming. Joined as always by Alan Plummer.
Hello.
And Chris Del Castillo.
Hello. You can see I have a new background now. Finally.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, when did he get a blue screen? And then I remember the wall's always been blue.
I'm seeing a majority of Sonic stuff there.
Sonic stuff?
Where do you actually...
you got the Sonic Mania, you got the Sonic figures.
Oh, on the top up there.
Do I see Sonic in the secret rings back there?
I've got a copy.
But do you have the freaking cardboard cutout of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie where he takes the photo next to his crotch?
You know what? I'm actually talking to people about trying to get a hold of one of those.
Oh, you would.
I would absolutely love that to be the background of my streams from now on. Just like it would be perfectly positioned, like right around, like the legs would be sticking out the sides of the chair right here. It would be amazing.
It'd be incredible.
I still want to goddamn burn that thing.
Burn it alive. Yo, I swear, I can't wait for the first trailer of that movie just so I can do a reaction video, because either it's going to go one of two ways. I'm going to be like, hell yeah, this shit's awesome, or the most likely route, which is fuck this piece of dog shit. I can't wait for it to get destroyed by the critics.
I mean,
I will gladly do a reaction video too, just because I will probably be pissed off and angry.
Yes, of course.
Me and Joey are personally going to go to Los Angeles so we could all go to the premiere and then do a podcast immediately after.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. I'm trying to remember who was doing it. It's Legendary and something else, I think.
Yes.
Sonic movie. Sorry. See, what are the two companies working on this crappy ass movie so far? Like, I'm gonna say crappy right now. It might turn out to be amazing.
It's gonna be the that one Spielberg movie that came out this year. It's gonna be that good.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Ready Player One of 2019. Just watch. Vin Diesel's gonna be Sonic, and you're just gonna be blown away.
Yes, it's gonna be better than Detective Pikachu.
Oh, I hate to break it to you, Sonny.
Apparently,
I'm gonna say I'm actually kind of looking forward to that movie.
Oh my god, dude!
Way more,
way
more than anything. No, I know, but I'm just saying compared to that.
Before we get into the whole 2019 and 2018 best of the year, we got so many movies to look forward to in 2019.
That we do. It's going to be an end game.
Like, this is not on the specific list, but is there like a specific movie in mind from next year that you're like just can't get over, like you can't wait for?
I mean,
I know Avengers is up there.
Avengers is always up there.
Detective Pikachu is I'm very excited for that, especially since I heard from a certain somebody, not going to say their name, not going to give their gender. They saw a Nielsen screening of it and said, "Get fucking hyped." So,
all right,
yes, but also Shazam. Shazam looks like a lot of fun.
It's the last savior of the DC universe, since Aquaman apparently got a 0.5% on Rotten Tomatoes. So we're very much hoping this is the actual savior.
It actually got a 0.3 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It doesn't count. It was in water.
It's too much water. It actually got a 7.8 on IGN. So
that's good.
Look, leave Dragon Ball 2018 alone, okay? Aquaman Dragon Ball 2018, right?
Leave Son Goku alone.
So I'm also watching Shameless, and both Goku and what's her name?
Why are you so shameless, boy?
Both Goku and what's her name from the Dragon Ball movie are both in that show.
Wait, Sean Schemmel's in it?
No, freaking what's her name from?
The actual actors. The actual actors.
The actual actors, yes, from the freaking Dragon Ball Awful Evolution movie.
All right.
Red Chow Yun Fat is a perverted old man.
I wish, but there's a perverted old man in that show, though. So there's that. But anyway, what are we even talking about anymore? But we're
talking about next year's most popular movies, right? That's what
freaking Godzilla, boy.
Yeah, we got that. Captain Marvel. We got Spider-Man.
Is Captain Marvel next year? Yeah, it is next year. Yeah.
I'm not excited for Captain Marvel, but I know I'm gonna watch it and enjoy it. Anyway.
It's like watching the preview to Avengers Part 2 for Endgame.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm excited to see how this is going to tie into it and how she's going to be the
kind of excited for Alita Battle Angel. I don't know if I'm like...
I'm still iffy about that.
Exactly. That's how I am. I'm like, I kind of want to see that. But
It's
I'm-
good. It's fake. It seems forced, but it's
I'm concerned
natural.
about it.
It's so weird.
I'm concerned
Yeah.
about it, but it's also like James Cameron's a good producer and Robert Rodriguez is a good director.
hmm
So we'll just see that script turned out good. That's all I'm worried about, really.
I'm really
I
worried
remember-
about Elijah Wood coming out at the end of the movie.
But in about what 2 weeks? We saw 2 weeks ago, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We saw the Hellboy trailer.
We saw the
yeah,
Hellboy trailer. Joey doesn't
2 weeks
like
ago.
it, but I enjoy it because it feels very much like the comics.
I'm
Look,
not
I
sure.
told Joey all we need to do is pull our money together, hire freaking the original voice actor, and then just have him redub the lines.
Exactly. Yes, and John on the radio's here. He's here. Yes.
That's well, I was gonna say that's secretly the whole build the wall crowdfunder right now. They're secretly gonna spend that on Ron Perlman actually dubbing over. They
Oh,
don't
that
know
would
it
be
yet.
Yeah, there you go.
fucking amazing. And hey, I'm also speaking of plot twists. I'm really excited for Glass next
What
month.
a twist!
Oh my god, I'm so excited for
You
Glass.
got Us, you got Glass, you've got all those Marvel movies, you got some DC movies, you got some amazing movies, but we also got a lot of games coming up
Yeah,
in
hold
2019.
on. But here's the funny thing. Before we get into the games, I just noticed this. I was looking at dates. Captain Marvel is March 8th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then April 5th is Shazam.
Yep.
April 12th is Hellboy.
Yep.
And April 26th is Avengers Endgame.
You see how much we're gonna be treated in 2019.
Yes.
And
We're
then,
gonna
and
be treated
then,
like
hold on.
kings.
And then, what? 14 days after Avengers Endgame is Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
Oh
And
my
John Wick
god.
Aladdin. John Wick 3 and Aladdin.
John Wick 3. Boy.
You guys are forgetting John Wick
Wow.
3, Toy Story 4.
Hold on, dude. That's
Gosh.
gonna be crazy 3 months.
How
Yeah.
to
4
Train
months.
Your Dragon 3.
That's
Yes.
February 22nd.
Oh my freaking god, dude.
There's a lot of
Wow. I'm
fellas
just
in
like
the-
looking at dates. I'm looking
There's a
at
lot of
dates
meat
right
in
now.
this stew, guys. There's a lot of meat in 2019. Like we
So
got
let
a
me
lot
just
of
throw
stuff
out-
I
let
going.
me
wanna
just
go
throw out
to
the
eating our
important
meat
movies.
for these movies. Hell yes.
Let me just throw out these important movies. Hold on a second. So we got
Alright. Welcome to the
uh,
Game and Talk podcast where we talk about video
talking
games.
about movies. I know. But this is just for like us fans. There's like some good movies coming out. So Alita Battle Angel, I'm still on the fence about. That's on Valentine's Day.
Yep. Particularly
Then How to Train Your Dragons a week later.
Okay.
Then we've got Captain Marvel March 8th.
Okay.
That's Dumbo's coming out on March 29th. I'll skip that. That just caught my eye.
I don't care.
Shazam April 5th. Again,
Yes,
April 12th.
please.
Hellboy a week after that. So Shazam and Hellboy is actually not a bad
Get
thing.
those Fortnite dances out of your system before you go sin, fellas.
2 weeks later is Endgame. 2 weeks after that's Pikachu. A week after that's John Wick. A week after that's Aladdin. I'm kind of waiting to see if that shows up to be any good.
Yeah.
Godzilla's the week after that. And then I know another movie Joey's excited for is coming on June 7th.
Which
X-Men Dark
one's-
Phoenix.
Yes.
Blech.
That's
A week after
me.
that,
That's
a week
for
after that's- yeah.
me.
a week after that's Men in Black.
Blech.
I kind of like that trailer.
Thank
Blech.
you. Thank
It
you.
was
Thank you.
a
Thank
fucking
you.
horrendous trailer, and
A
you have
week
an
after
IQ
that.
of 0 if you liked it. I'm just kidding.
A week
But-
after that's Toy Story.
Yep.
Good. Yes. Yes.
Then 2 weeks after that's Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
Very good.
2 weeks after that's The Lion King. We'll see how that comes out to
I'm
be.
excited.
Joey's movie of 2019, Dora the Explorer.
Fuck
that's
yes,
the movie.
bro.
Get the heck
Michael
ready,
Bay.
guys.
We actually get
2019 is
Angry
going to be
Birds
lit.
movie 2,
Angry
Why?
Birds 2 is coming out. Oh my
August
god.
16th.
Alan
Why?
Paxton's in the chat. He's gonna be- Oh hey,
Alan Paxton.
since
We're
Alan
getting an
Pax-
Adam's
Alan-
Family movie? 2019?
We're getting an animated Adam's Family movie, yeah. And Oscar Isaac plays Gomez.
I did not know that. Terminator
Yeah.
6 on November 1st.
There's too
Oh my
many.
God. Terminator 6.
Sonic the Hedgehog November 8th.
Better go pick up Movie Pass before they go
Oh.
bankrupt, fellas.
Kingsman 3 November 15th.
I can't
Oh
believe
no, gosh, I didn't even know that was actually happening.
Untitled Fox/Marvel film 2019.
X-Men. I don't
Nani?
think so.
Oh, and Star Wars.
Untitled Fox.
And Star Wars Episode 9.
Yep, but before
Finally,
that,
the movie that makes
before
up for
that,
their
there's two
terrible
movies that
last
you really
year's
want to
decision.
watch: Jumanji 3
Let's be real. Jumanji 2
Masters
is
of the
not a bad
Universe.
movie. And Masters of the... I'm sorry, what? Masters of the Unit...
Yeah, December
Who
18th.
plays He-Man?
I don't know. I'll take a look. And then after that, the week after, no, 2 days after that is Star Wars.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a great week.
There's no cast attached, so this is probably a placeholder date.
First of all, Alan, not you, Alan Pax in the chat saying, calm down, Joey. They haven't made a good Terminator movie since 2. Motherfucker. Terminator Salvation. Eat a dick.
Okay, that's all the movies, but you got a lot of movies to watch.
We do.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
And this is going to be the first Terminator movie. I'm not gonna rant about Terminator too much. This is going to be the first Terminator movie with James Cameron involved since Terminator 2. So there you go.
It should be good.
And Tim Miller is directing it. I met Tim Miller.
And there goes all hype that I had. I'm kidding.
I was like, what? Deadpool 1 was a fine movie. But yeah, that's good. But movies are going to be great. We'll talk about games a little later. Should we dedicate an entire episode to games in 2019, or should we do that?
Well, I'd like to at least have one in the pool. So that's what I was going to start off, and this was the whole segue of 2019. I wanted to hear what your guys' favorite, most anticipated game of 2019 is going to be. We got a lot of them coming out, a lot of them in the pipeline. Some of them even coming out next month that are considered probably Game of the Year worthy.
Oh, I've got one that's coming out next year. That's pretty much probably going to be Game of the Year.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So
unless Red Dead 3 comes out like a week before the Game Awards, and
unless God of War 5 comes out,
we're not going to hear about any of those. The first thing we're going to hear about is a Switch port that Joey will most likely wait 3 years for.
Is Witcher 3?
So
that got like hinted at today, didn't it?
It was. I don't believe it one bit.
So since Chris already said that he already knows, so what do you have in mind? What do you think is the most anticipated game for you for 2019?
Man, there's quite a few games, but January is going to be a strong date.
And I already know where you're going.
First of all, first we've got Onimusha HD.
Yes.
That I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got 2 games coming out within the same week that I'm excited for. Probably going to be 2019's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Can't believe that these 2 games are coming out the same, like within a
Resident
week.
Evil 2, I know.
Resident Evil 2, like it's like, okay, so I'm not big on Kingdom Hearts, but I am big on Resident Evil. Mm-hmm. So it's the best of both worlds. Just
true. That's very true.
Knocks them both out.
My most anticipated game of January is just New Super Mario Bros. U, and it's just because I just want to play New Super Mario Bros. Again. But
for like
get a Wii U.
Exactly. Yeah. But oh man, Alan is right. What game from February will be Game of the Year? Seriously, February is packed with way too many games. February 15th, 4 games are coming out from AAA studios, and I'm just like, guys, can you calm the fuck down? It's Anthem, Metro 20, whatever, Metro Exodus, Crackdown 3, and something else. Totally forgot what it was. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. But I'm definitely not getting Anthem. Maybe not even Crackdown 3. Something like that. I don't know. But Alan, what is your most anticipated game of 2019?
Gosh, there's probably quite a bit that I actually really have in mind for 2019. I really like Resident Evil 2 is one of the ones that really stands out to me. Obviously, my favorite game is getting the redone touch, so I'd always immediately go with Catherine, full body. People sleep on it way too dang much, and it's about time you guys realize some culture in your life. Atlas made it. Atlas made Persona 5. So I would say go get Catherine, a full body, when it comes out to America, hopefully by the end of next year, because it comes out in the beginning of this year and this next year.
That's good. That's really good. It's about damn time, too, really.
It's so good. Have you played it, Joey?
I played some of it. I never finished it.
Go through the whole thing. Like,
you
won't regret it. I've platinum trophy that thing. It is amazing.
It's
good. So good.
That's really good. Yeah. So when I think of 2019 for games, I think of 2 games. I think of Animal Crossing on the Switch.
That's a good pick too.
And Doom Eternal, baby.
There you go.
Oh my God. Yes, please. Oh my God. Lately,
did they have a date for it?
They have 2019. They don't have a specific date for it, but I have a feeling.
As long as it says 2019, I'm happy about
that. I'm gonna bet it's a fall release because Rage 2 is coming out in May, which are the same developers.
I was about to say that. Like, isn't Rage took Doom's spot this year because it came out in May, like 2 years ago.
Yes, it did. Yeah. And so I'm very excited for Doom Eternal. I've been on to this really weird first-person shooter binge this month. Just been in the mood for playing them. I played this really good game that came out on Steam called Dusk, which is it's a brand new game, but it's in the style of a classic shooter like Quake. So it's just run and gun, shoot shit, no reloading, all that good stuff. So
all right.
shout out to Dusk.
So I have a list of all the February games, and you're not kidding. So we got Trials Rising, we got Crackdown 3, Dead or Alive 6, Far Cry New Dawn, Jump Force, Metro Exodus, Anthem, and a few other ones, and Crackdown 3.
Yeah, and those are coming out all on February 15th, right? Like
all February, within February 12th to February 22nd.
No Metro Prime 4?
No Metro Prime 4. We're not going to see that for another 3 years.
I remember... not at this year's Game Awards, but the last one. What was it? Jeff Keighley said, "Here's an exclusive look at Metro," and I'm like, and he said, "Row Exodus," and I'm like, "God damn it!"
Also, question, because we didn't talk since the Game Awards. What did you guys think about the Game Awards?
It was fine.
They predicted some good 2019 games, specifically Mortal Kombat 11.
Coming to Switch, baby.
I'm excited.
I'm glad.
That's all I wanted to say. Mortal Kombat 11 was one I completely forgot about.
Yeah, and like John in the chat saying the Smash DLC, that was like a big WTF in a good way.
Oh, I just went nuts when I fucking saw that.
Oh my god!
I told you guys the story of that, right?
No, you didn't. I didn't hear it.
Okay, so what was it? Maybe 5 minutes before the announcement, I was driving to GameStop to go pick up my copy of Smash.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they're probably gonna announce something. I'll watch it over at GameStop. Blah blah blah. So I'm driving, and like maybe 2 minutes after I leave, because it took me like 3 minutes to get ready, because I just threw some random clothes on. I just see the Joker thing. I'm like, holy crap! Are they gonna announce it for Switch? Is this gonna be there? And then all of a sudden, I pull over, and then I see the Smash. I'm like, oh shh! And I'm just going goddamn nuts. I was like, oh crap!
I could sense the raw, genuine reaction that you just did for us right there. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can promise you, I was at the Game Awards this year, and like I was sitting with my buddy Luis, and we were sitting there together. We were on a date. I'm kidding.
Did they actually put you guys together? That's cool.
Well, we got lucky, and we didn't have to move anywhere.
I'm right here, actually.
He's invisible.
Food spilled. So I'm cleaning it up right next to me.
We got too excited when we talked about Persona 5 Joker. So
I really enjoy the reactions, like in crowd reactions, where like they all go, "Oh!" all together. Like basically, they just figured out like the Rubik's Cube of like announcements, and that's kind of what happened. I've never seen that many like fancy dressed people jump up out of their seats, going "Oh!" at the same time. It was amazing. Exactly. It was a sight to behold, and I wish you guys could have been there to see it.
Maybe
it was definitely an announcement nobody expected. Like,
oh no, nowhere. I was like,
when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this has to be like a Switch announcement. You didn't think anything else. Like, oh, this is some kind of cool announcement, maybe a commercial plug or whatever. But I don't know how many people actually thought it was going to be, hey, Joker's on Smash.
Exactly. I could never. You could always be like the person who's like, oh, I did this. I predicted this early. I remember being around 15 seconds into the trailer, realizing, wait, oh no. And I looked at Luis, and I'm like, dude, this is it. And he's like, what's it? What's it? Like I'm about to punch him or something.
I'm about to, this is it. You better
I don't know what this is. Then I was like, I know what this is. This is a Smash trailer. He's going to be like, I stole an invitation. And then he was like, flick the card around.
Called it.
It was amazing.
Oh, that was a great one. I know.
Yeah, but
oh, do you guys know that they did not release I don't think they released the Japanese trailer until Sakurai's interview recently too.
Ah.
And all this, because the guy who plays Joker is also the Smash announcer. Fun fact.
Yep. Xander
Merbus.
So, 2019's out of there.
I gotta acknowledge this comment from Alan Paxton. We will see Star Fox Grand Prix before we see Prime 4, and I'm just sitting here thinking,
I agree.
I don't think Grand Prix is a real game anymore.
I'm going to go with you, Alan. I like upsetting the chaos that is Joey's brain. So, Alan, I'm with you on this.
The fact that we haven't seen shit of this game yet just makes me think this game's not fucking real anymore.
Make a Star Fox Assault remake. Make Assault great again.
Let's do that. I'm down for an Assault remake. Let's be real.
Okay, so 2019... not even a long way away anymore. It's like 2 days away. So we're going to reflect here. We're going to spend the rest of this episode reflecting on the last year in gaming. We've had a lot of games come out. A lot of them have been pretty newsworthy, to be honest, setting the bar for like narrative, writing, this innovative gameplay overall. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Specifically, Let's start with the most disappointing ones.
Yes.
With every good thing, there is a bad thing.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about the most disappointing thing. We've had a lot of scandals this year, and I would very much like to know what your guys' take on some of these scandals that happened.
Well, I haven't played. I wouldn't really say I've played really anything disappointing this year because I'm very cautious about the money I spend on games. So,
Yes.
Chris, let's start with you since you say you have.
Well, Fallout 76, a massive disappointment and crap that was.
Of course.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
That was
I'm
something.
glad I borrowed a friend's copy.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And I was so open to the idea. I think we were all open to the idea of this thing, and then when it just came out, it was just like, okay. The more we found out about it, the more we were like, this shit stinks.
We could complain about it all we want, but what do you think would have been added to make it better, or things that could have been happening? Because I could tell you one from personally, they should have taken the Grand Theft Auto approach and made just this an online experience that makes you want to get the actual game. You know what I mean?
The problem was that it was an online experience that had nothing but the game.
Yeah, it literally was no, it was like it was Fallout 4 online minus Fallout 4.
Yeah, but it was it was Fallout Online.
Yeah.
Literally online. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's where the biggest mistake was. One, I guess they might have gone a little too ambitious with what they wanted to do, but not paid attention to what it should be.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. It's just like I want to think of a good way to react this. It's like an Aquaman movie without water.
True. Because
what else are you going to do?
Because the Fallout 76, in this case, the water in your comparison is the people, the NPCs, the people.
The water's gameplay.
The water's
everything.
The water's just the 8900% of the game, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. But if that's the case, I think my biggest disappointment was thanks, John, in the comments for the suggestion, because it is what I'm going to say. Nintendo Switch Online. It's a classic case of I expect nothing, and I am still disappointed. Good Lord.
Perfect.
At least I thought the NES games were going to make it worth it.
Those were so forgettable.
And the emulator is such trash. We can't remap the buttons, which was a feature on the Wii U, guys. How are you going to step backwards like that?
Somebody pointed out that the Wii U emulations were still somehow... No, the Wii emulations were better than the Wii U and even the Switch. The Switch somehow downgraded from the Wii U. That downgraded from the Wii.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Color-wise. If you look at the color, it is garbage compared to the Wii.
Exactly. Yeah, the Wii U has garbage color. And
people wonder that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Nintendo, what the fuck are you thinking? Because nobody, you know what the thing is? Nobody in Japan is complaining about this service at all. You look at the Switch Online trailers in Japanese, and because in America, like the Switch Online English trailers, they get thumbs down to death. In the Japanese ones, not at all. Way more thumbs ups than thumbs down.
I wonder why that is.
Well,
honestly.
one is probably because there's more stuff in Japan than there is here.
Yes.
Like Phantasy Star Online exists.
They do have
in Japan.
arcades on every corner too.
Well, no, that's not really an issue. Their infrastructure's better, but they're not having many issues.
It's way better there than this here. You can you walk anywhere and there's just super fast Wi-Fi.
I remember
they
had
have all those cloud games.
Yeah,
that's a good reason to have the online service in Japan. Hell, you can play Phantasy Star, as I mentioned earlier. Everything's saved to your cloud. The game is saved to the cloud. Your game saves are saved to the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay gladly what I'm paying now for that, but right now in the US, it's just like,
We got 20 games. Only 4 of them are relevant. And hopefully next year by E3 they have SNES games. But this is
they're not going to do that until they finish the SNES.
Hit or miss. I guess Nintendo missed, huh?
Yeah, missed very badly. So it's like, well, thanks for nothing. And the people defending this are the ones that drive me the most nuts. Like, honestly,
they say... Let's not talk about the people that defend it.
They're the... I'm not going to call it any names. Fuck no. But they're just saying it's only $20 a year. And I'm like, okay, How much is a Whopper at Burger King? I don't know. It still fucking sucks. Like the amount of money I pay for it's still not going to make me hate it less.
I think my biggest concern was how trash Smash Brothers Online was featured, because I remember having no problem until you mention it, and then I go, now that you mention it, my game is running at 5 frames per second.
It's that episode of How I Met Your Mother where the glass shatters.
Yeah, exactly. It happened, and I was so disappointed. I was like, okay, so now I see why it sucks paying this much for online. You know, so hopefully over the next year, 2019, the resolution is, hey, let's actually get our things together and let's fire the monkeys in charge of Nintendo Switch Online, and we ring the gears again. We get it all going. A couple disappointments from this year, I believe. Let's talk about a little bit about Metal Gear Online. You remember Metal Gear Survive?
Yes.
That game happened. Let's not forget some other fantastical worst.
I keep forgetting that game was this year, because it's that point in the year where things that happened early in the year feel like long ago.
Oh yeah,
because it's practically last year at this point.
A good amount of VR games weren't very innovative or finished at all. To be honest,
VR still exists at this point.
Yeah, VR very much.
Now, sir, you know what I do when I'm not working on Commonwealth Realm? I'm selling VR headsets at Best Buy.
We had Bravo Team that wasn't as great as everybody would hope. The Impatient wasn't. Bravo Team was like their Call of Duty VR online experience that they were trying to do.
Okay, we're still on the topic of VR. I see.
And then the Impatient checked out, which was, disappointed. I'm looking at these from SVG, so I had to look up a list. But I remember that one.
What about Transference?
You had to go there.
I'm sorry, Elijah Wood. I'm sorry.
Why did you do this to me, child? It was terrible. The game was not bad. It was 30 minutes long at the most.
Ouch.
And it was just simple puzzles where you just go into a room. They'll literally hint at where you need to look at. You twist a little knobby thing, or you hold the thing up in the proper direction, and then you're done with the puzzle and you're gone. It was the most basic puzzle making, and I'm so glad you brought that up, because I would not have remembered that because it was so forgettable.
Yeah.
And you guys remember how excited I was for the longest time for this game.
Yeah, you were like, Elijah Wood's my baby boy. I need to love this game like it's my own. But
it was sad. Let's get on with it. And I would actually like to personally ask you guys, what was your best personal experience from this year, though, in light of all this sad stuff that's happened this year?
When you say personal experience,
was there anything that made you, when you were playing the game, you went, this is magical?
Well, I am dead inside, so Aquaman.
You hate Aquaman?
Yeah, right. I hate you. No, I really love.
Yeah,
Aquaman.
I know.
That's the only thing I'm not dead inside about. But when I did, this is what I can think of off the top of my head. When I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for a Nintendo review code, Crystal played more of it than I did.
That's good to know.
She freaking loved watching me play. I loved watching her play. It was just fun all around, and it's like the most fun we've had playing a single game together. She's not much of a gamer at all. Like, she's always been open to the idea of us playing games together, like Mario Kart, shit like that. But she is already on the Elite Four, and I'm not even close to her. So,
that's sweet.
That's fun. It's a lot.
Chris,
of fun.
Anything that made you go wowie zowie in the head while you're playing it?
Trying to think. Can't think anything off the top of my head right now. I don't remember. As simple as that. There's things I've liked this year. Nothing that's made me go like, "Oh my god!"
Let you shed a tear down your face.
To be completely honest, I did kind of have that feeling this year too. It felt like there was more like big singular games, like a handful of singular really good games, rather than there's like literally everywhere you look, there's a really good game. I felt like that this year was that, but it's not necessarily bad.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a bad thing. There's a lot of games I enjoyed. Like God of War was amazing. Spider-Man was great, but nothing made me go have like that feeling that I had when I was playing Persona about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, but I did get a really I did really get a good feeling playing God of War when I'm just like not the first cutscene. It's one of them when you encounter like the main villain of the game at the beginning, and he's just a stranger knocking at your door, and the cutscene that plays out in the boss battle. I was just fucking blown away because it was all one take. and it was just incredible to look at. And
That's
the
good.
next, yeah, and Crystal was actually played too, and even she was fucking blown away at just how amazing the presentation of this game was. God of War has such incredible presentation that it's just, like I said, it's incredible. What can I say?
Calm down, boy.
Calm down, boy.
You are not ready.
I'm not ready for such incredulous incredibleness. But I also had a sim feeling with Spider-Man because the story in that game is also really good. Still to this day, I think, I don't know, it kind of is in competition with Into the Spider-Verse, but I still think that game has like the best Spider-Man story told on a screen. Better than
Have both of you already seen Spider-Verse?
I have, yes.
Not yet. I have not seen it yet.
You have not seen it yet? Oh, okay.
I'm excited to see it though, several times.
I wanted to talk about one thing, but it's not really a spoiler. It's more of an Easter egg.
No, go for it. I kind of know a majority of Easter eggs.
How we actually get to see the Marvel Spider-Man costume in the little room that they have. That was awesome, where they show off all the different Spider-Man outfits. You actually get to see the Marvel Spider-Man costume, and that was
That's
like awesome.
I thought that was so cool. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, yeah, this is rad.
Like when we said that, I'm like, oh my god, did you see that costume?
Is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man costume in there? Because, you know,
not really.
I'd be disappointed. You know.
Bye, John. I'll miss you, baby. Mwah.
Bye, John. Thanks for joining. We love you.
It is in Marvel Spider-Man though now.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Because apparently, the Peter Parker in this one that's from another dimension, the one played by Jake Johnson, he was originally supposed to be played by Tobey Maguire because he is the Raimi Spider-Man.
Oh wow.
Yes, if you look,
that's kind of a shocker.
Yeah, it is kind of a shocker. They make direct references to the Raimi trilogy, not like big, huge ones, but
no. But I know there's a lot of references I've seen. I was really excited because there's a Shaun of the Dead reference in there.
There was, but you miss it. Like I didn't miss it.
It's a blink and you miss. It is such a blink. It's during like some chase scene or something.
It's during a chase scene, and the camera panning, but the camera's panning so fast that you can barely make out the words.
I saw like screenshots of all the movies that they reference in there, and then it's just amazing. I was like, that is such a great attention to detail, and it's one of my favorite movies, and I was just so happy for Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Yeah.
And Edgar Wright.
How about your... Oh, hey, Edgar Wright wrote to me on Twitter once.
Nice.
It was so cool. He talked about a movie that he loved from the 70s, and I said, I've never seen this. And he said, oh, you should totally watch it. Just be sure to watch it late at night in the dark. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Edgar. I love you. Oh. But did you answer personal experience? Yeah, it feels so special. Did you answer personal experience, Alan?
No, I think honestly, personal experience wise, I've had a lot of great experiences this year. Surprising how easy it is to really get into Fortnite.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. Like you hear it and you never play it and you're like, oh, this guy freaking sucks. He just plays Fortnite all day. I got so addicted to Fortnite for like 2 months. I was just so sucked into that game. I was playing at least 4 hours a day. It was amazing.
Were you playing it on Switch or PC?
Both. Actually, all three. I was playing PS4, Switch, and PC.
So you had 2 accounts.
I had 2 separate accounts.
Okay, I see.
It was amazing. So, and each of them had different stuff compared to the other. It was really fun. One was for streaming. The other one was purely for Switch when I was out, and it was fun. And it was a great game, and it definitely deserves a good amount of what it gets.
It deserves Game of the Year every year.
No, that still goes to Doom.
That still goes to PUBG.
I still go back and play Doom multiplayer so many times.
I don't play multiplayer. I just love playing the campaign in arcade mode all the time. But the multiplayer is fun. It's fun.
So I don't know. This might be a small one for you guys, but have you guys played any mobile games this year?
No, but we skipped online experience.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of just going randomly.
I see. Go ahead.
Online experience, it's kind of like, you know, you guys either play Fortnite or you don't.
I mean, I'll just answer that quickly. I mean, Black Ops 4 was like the most online game I've played all year, and it's fun. It's just a fun game. I'm not like addicted to it. It's just fun.
Have there been any like other instances though? Like, because you know, like Black Ops 4 is really fun online. Was there any other ones that you played this year that you were just like, wow, this is actually done well? And what do you think was like the best parts of that they take away?
Red Dead Online. I'm just kidding. Not that at all.
Ooh.
I can't. I really can't think of anything because I'm not much of an online shooter guy, honestly.
Okay, Chris, any online game that really took your fancy? Did you
Not
get
really a Call of Duty. Like Joey said, Call of Duty is probably the one I put most time in outside of Dragon Ball Fighters.
Did you play some Monster Hunter World though, kid?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't play as much as I'd want to. My friend,
Neither did I know.
my roommate over here has played a good. I think he's 3 characters in and making them like high class.
Nice.
And I'm just like, you spend way too many times. I think he's like 600 hours.
Just making them high class Republicans telling
It's
you to
scary.
get a job.
I played exclusively online games this year. Like I started World of Warcraft and I got addicted to that. Final Fantasy 14 and Bloodstorm. Gosh, why am I blanking on it? It's Bloodstorm, right?
Bloodstorm? What was that?
Is it Bloodstorm? I'm blanking out on the. It was the
no
Final Fantasy 14 campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Let's
probably
see.
Bloodstorm.
No, it
think
wasn't Bloodstorm. Was it? Yeah, Stormblood. Dang
Stormblood.
it, I was so close. It was Stormblood. Yeah, that's what the New Day came out dressed as. And then I got into right now. I'm currently on Destiny Online for Destiny 2, and Destiny 2.
They gave Destiny 2 out like candy this year.
They gave out Destiny 2
Here's your
for free.
PlayStation Plus. Here's your Blizzard. Your Blizz. Whatever the fuck that.
I got Destiny 2 for free on Blizzard.net. And then I ended up finding Legendary Edition for Forsaken on sale on Amazon for $30. The one thing I find is really ridiculous is that you need to buy the base game.
Yeah.
And then you buy Forsaken.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to buy the annual pass to get all the next year's content, which is $60 for, or it's still technically, I guess, $60 for Destiny 2. You could get it for like probably $30 now.
Well, it's no wonder they're giving them out like candy now, is it?
Yeah, so you get Destiny 1, or you get the Destiny base game, and then you have to pay $60 for Forsaken, and then you have to pay like another 30 something for the annual pass, which I find is ridiculous, spending over $100 on one game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But they're all fun experiences nonetheless. If you guys
Anyway,
have to
I'll be
play
right
anything,
back, guys. I need to take care of something really fast. I'll be back in like 2
He's
minutes.
got to take a shit
there is no wrong
How
answer.
did you know? No, I'm joking.
because I got to
There's
take
no
one. Not
wrong
right now,
answer when it comes to online games. I think my favorite thing from online games has been the whole customization idea, where it's like you don't need to buy the customizations, but it makes you look
Yeah.
nice.
It does, and it's like when you don't buy. I like microtransactions when they're purely cosmetic. I don't like it when it's like here.
Community events also.
That's true.
Those make me feel like the whole world is alive. That's my favorite part.
SpongeBob, what's your choice?
What?
For Splatoon.
Oh, I was so confused for a second. I was like, wait, what? What? This is a serious question, Joey.
You can't just come at me like that with those
Yeah, you
dark
just can't
questions.
come at me, just blindside me, T-bone me real quick. Can't do that.
Amazing.
I can't be looking outside. It's Bird Box. You can't just be walking outside without blindfolds.
I like that movie, but I see why other people don't like it, you know?
Yeah.
But let's not go on the Bird Box podcast. Welcome to the Bird Podcast here today. Just kidding.
This is the Birdcast. Chirp, chirp to everybody here.
Chirp, chirp, motherfuckers.
So we got their online experience. Mobile games, there really wasn't any. Like, there were definitely some 3DS games that came out that were all right.
Oh, we're talking about handheld games too?
Handheld and phone games all sang in the same one.
How dare you put them in the same category?
They're the same. Are they mobile? Switch doesn't count in this category.
It doesn't.
It should. It's technically mobile.
And it would win every category because it's literally just
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Every year, Mario Kart 8
And then you see Miyamoto walking up to the stage, and it's like, you hear the lady that's like, "This is Nintendo's 4th win for mobile game of the year." And then it's like, he walks up, and he's just like, he says something Japanese, and the English guy is just like, he says, "Suck it," and walks out.
He said, "Suck it, plebs. There will be no more Mario
Personally,
Kart for you."
I put this specifically to tell people, go play Florence. Okay. It is very short. It is $3 on mobile, and it is the most extremely interesting 30 minutes you'd play.
Alan, I'm going to say something you're going to hate me for.
What?
I'm waiting for the Switch version.
If you don't have a t-shirt for that, I'm going to be very disappointed. Unfortunately, this game is
really
probably not
good. That is a really good t-shirt idea. And that, Alan, this is the part where you tell me, don't you have a mobile phone? Don't you guys have mobile phones?
Don't you have a mobile phone?
Got him. Diablo Immortal. Shout out.
But so yeah, Florence is really good. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. I don't think it's gonna come to Switch because it's a vertical made game. So it's
I mean, it could because some games are vertical, but I'm not gonna wait for a Switch version.
It's $3 on Google Play and
Exactly.
iPhone. I would definitely recommend it.
Mhm.
I tried to grab it through very nefarious ways, but
Nefarious ways.
very impossible. So I ended up buying the game twice.
Damn.
Nefarious, how dare you?
There we go,
But yeah,
Terrence.
so we just got through the mobile game category. That was the mobile game
Good,
category.
because I didn't have anything to add to that.
Now,
Me either.
here's my favorite question because this one's gonna get deep. I really hope it does.
Oh shit.
Biggest surprise.
Oh shit.
So throughout the entire year, there have been games, hopefully that surprised you, going, "Oh wow, this was actually really good," or just finding a game that you just randomly slept on for so long and you just found it. Like, was there anything for you? This is a year of development. Everybody has character development. You better have had character development, Ferris.
I don't know.
Didn't you just play Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
I was surprised by how piss poor it's aged, but the game but now that you mention it, the game that I was pretty surprised by was Dead Cells. Because here's the thing. I literally just bought that game to support a good friend of mine who works at the company who's doing the physical games.
Yes.
Yes. And I played it and I'm like, this shit is fucking hard and I'm never gonna play it again. But
Dude,
goddamn, it's really good.
That game was the Cinderella story of 2018, like for real.
It was like, damn, son. For one, shout out to Philip for promoting that game in ways that were not very intentional.
Oh, I just got that one, and
yeah,
yikes!
It was bad publicity for him, great publicity for Dead Cells. Let me tell you something. but man, when I beat that first boss at the bridge, I felt so good. But then when I died after that boss and I learned I have to fight that fucking boss again, I quit. I was like, never playing this. Nope, done. You're gone. Bye, son.
Chris, was there anything for you?
Actually, that's the worst way to say it. The return of Mega Man 11 made me pretty happy.
That was
Goddamn.
something.
That game just needed to happen a long time ago.
I thought
And
it was pretty
done
good.
very well. It was done
pretty
very,
good.
very well.
Yeah, I think the producer said today or yesterday that they're already in pre-production for the next game.
Well, a game. They didn't exactly say it was Mega Man.
Mega Man X5.
X9.
It was like X5.
X9. Wow.
X5 came out a very long
X5
time
on
ago.
PlayStation 1. Last one that came out was X8.
Where have I been this long? Oh, X8 was
7 and 8. Well, okay, it wasn't as bad as 7.
Yeah.
True.
For me personally, y'all mofos slept on Yakuza for way too long. Yakuza 6 came out and nobody talked about it. It was on nobody's nomination list. That game was so good.
So good. I loved Yakuza 6, yeah.
That game woke me up to the Yakuza series, and my God, I have played all of them since then.
I still gotta play Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You
gotta play all 10 of them. The one where he's in space is really good. He fights those alien Yakuza really well.
Are we talking about Yakuza or Friday the 13th?
No, I was joking with you. It was a Friday the 13th reference, though.
You need to play. What was it? Fist of the North Yakuza.
Oh my God, he is in Fist of the North Star, huh?
Yeah. You can download that, and instead of playing as the main character from Fist, you actually get to play Kiryu. That's hilarious.
Listen, okay, Bandai, let me pitch you something real quick. Kiryu in Tekken. How has it not happened yet?
Because they were working on Negan, man.
They're working on Negan, but they could work on their own in-house thing. Make Kiryu
There's always
and everything.
one guest character season, so it could be next season.
I'm hoping, because I would absolutely go. I would lose my stuff if I saw him.
Yeah, the producer of Tekken, somebody said, like, if you want Tekken 7 on the Switch, you gotta beg for it. And I'm just like, fuck you, I don't want Tekken 7 on the Switch anymore. you should know, like, the Switch is a big seller. If you don't,
it's taking Japan by storm. It is amazing.
You're asking us to beg for a Switch port, my guy? No.
Well, the reason, no. The main reason he says that, it's not begging him. It's to let Bandai Namco know that they want it and to put money into it. Yeah. Because he's the guy that what happened? Project Crosszone happened because of. People wanted it, and he wanted to make it. They actually wanted to support it. and it wasn't until fans really went in on Bandai that it actually happened. So he's one of those guys that listens. He knows what the fans want, but if there's not enough support, he can't get it done.
Yeah, I guess my rage was directed more towards
You got a little hot there, buddy. You got a little hot there.
Just like, I guess my anger is more directed at Bandai Namco then. Whoever the fuck made him say that stupid shit. That's all I'm saying. Because it's like,
yeah,
come on.
no, Harada. I like Harada. He's a really cool guy. I don't know him personally, but everything you paid attention to, he tries to bring in a lot of stuff. Like, even though he's mostly just in charge of Tekken, or actually, he actually got promoted. He's now in charge of all of Bandai's esports.
Ooh, that's a
but he's still working on Tekken, the Tekken series, obviously.
Is it?
But he wants to bring more stuff for the fans.
Tekken has been amazing so far. Like, wowie zowie, it's been good. I've been liking it.
Yep. What's next on the list?
Best open world.
Was there
everything's open world nowadays, isn't it?
Was there any other open world game that came out besides Red Dead Redemption 2?
Spider-Man, baby.
So, well, okay. My vote for this is I still think it's got to go to Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, stop giving Red Dead anything. They already got enough at the game.
They won everything,
right?
Dude.
I was so fucking annoyed. And then when, man, it was just so sweet hearing Game of the Year goes to God of War. I was like, yes. Eat it, Rockstar.
And they won.
Oh no, okay. Rockstar deserves it, but I think the main thing that helped them was what the game came out a few weeks right before the Game Awards.
Yeah,
so people were still on
more fresh than anything.
People were on that Red Dead Redemption 2 high.
They were on the fresh hype.
Yes,
that's what it was.
But I still think that open world is very immersive. It's very well realized. It's beautifully animated and stuff.
To be honest, on its own, if you're able to come up with an award after like 9 months of your game being out, that is a feat all on itself. Because not many movies from the Oscars win from being in the January mark.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I still think Breath of the Wild's open world is better. But that game didn't come out this year, so there we go.
We were watching it recently. It was that Nakey Jakey video where he talks about open world and Rockstar titles and talking about and comparing a Lego box to a pre-made set and talking about how Breath of the Wild gives you the tools to do everything while Red Dead kind of just tells you where to go. Exactly. I believe that's really accurate. It is super accurate.
It's very
Here's my thing, though. I thought Marvel Spider-Man was the best open world experience. So because
that's been my favorite.
Because you get to enjoy web swinging through Manhattan, right? Or actually, I should say, all that good. But then when you walk, it feels completely different.
Yes.
Because the details on the city, on everything, unless you walk, you really don't get to enjoy it. So it's two completely different experiences, depending if you're web swinging or you're walking.
I just feel like that open world, there wasn't much variety. There was.
I feel like when you're walking, like there's a lot of stuff going on, but eventually you're just gonna it's monotonous.
It is
because you'll run into the same NPCs or you'll run into similar looking backdrops of garbage cans and stuff like that in some areas.
But in that game's defense, at least you're not spending 90% of the time riding your horse.
No, that's my favorite open world game. Spider-Man is my favorite open world, just by how like whimsical child. Like I had a little child laughter. I was like, like that, you know.
That did not sound like
I was
a child. That sounded like.
I was a more malicious child back then. I would just rip the heads off dolls.
I was a literal goblin.
Yeah, that was me. That was me as a kid. I was literally a goblin. Send your fan art to rule34.com/Game and Talk podcast to be featured.
Off my belt.
See, it's already starting. The Rule 34 cast is happening.
Let's do it.
But like Spider-Man definitely is my favorite open world. That was amazing. Just swinging around, jumping on buildings. Like I haven't felt that like much freedom and fun since like Spider-Man 2.
My favorite open world was The Quiet Man.
All right.
Next.
Well, guess what,
Everybody
Joey?
put Joey on silent, so he's.
I was gonna say. By the way, Joey, Quiet Man. We're about to talk about best indie game.
Quiet Man. Let's do it.
So we had a lot of indie games come out. Some kind of stood out over the rest.
Let's just say what the best indie game is on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Celeste.
That's
What'd you say?
I love that. Just pause right there.
Yeah, really.
But instead, let's just kind of take a second to acknowledge a lot of the ones that came out this year that were amazing, like Donut County, The Messenger, Moonlighter. What else are we getting? Dead Cells is definitely in the top of it. If not, it's fighting with
Yeah.
Celeste over the top spot.
Exactly. But I just loved Celeste because I love Celeste because, for one, amazing gameplay. For one, it was super amazing. They didn't even need to add an amazing story on top of it, but they did.
I hate to be that guy, but do you guys remember Unraveled 2?
Nope.
My point. And then we get to our last category, Game of the Year.
Wait, are we? Did we do? Oh, we did.
It has been an hour, Joey, the exact amount of time you wanted. Oh my gosh, we're getting that monetization money.
It's been 50 minutes. Not to be that guy, but yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to stretch 10 minutes.
You son of a bitches.
We didn't have a best RPG because Joey doesn't play RPGs. Yes, I didn't want to pander to the audience.
I just don't play a lot of RPGs. I play.
You would literally say your favorite RPG was Pokemon. Let's go Eevee. Let's go Pikachu. I know you would say that.
Said that.
You know it would be. Look into your heart. You know it to be true.
Look, this is a man who's gonna finally be playing Persona 5. Okay.
Yeah, you. Put that on your resolution list right goddamn now. I mean, I will only curse this one time because you have cursed my hand, Joey. You've cursed it.
Feel like
you better play Persona 5 within the next month.
And I have to just sit here and take it, otherwise I'm going to be grounded for the rest of the night.
You are going to have to play Persona 5. Joey, I'm going to go to much further.
I will wait until the Dreamcast version.
I'm going to go to much further lengths to embarrass you and humiliate you for your your ignorance.
What are you going to fucking do? Are you going to tell them I loved Suicide Squad? Don't tell them that. Please don't do it.
Who knows? But it's going to get worse. I swear, even if it means me renting out a billboard truck or something in this dang city saying Joseph Ferris needs to play Persona 5. Also, his wiener's small.
11.
I do want to play Dragon Quest 11, though. But that, yes. I'm really just going to wait for the Switch version of that.
That one you can wait for the Switch version. You are a pleb. I'm going to play that really easily. You will not be able to beat Persona 5 in 96 hours as the recommended time for a normal person to play it. You will have to take in at least another extra 20 hours to enjoy everything about it. So you have 116 hours of game time with that game, my boy. You work 2 days a week. I know where you live. I have your keys. I will leave a copy on your door.
Hey, man, if you do that, please be my guest.
Okay, I'm sweating. I'm done. I got a little too hot there.
But let's talk about RPGs, though. Chris, I have a feeling I know what your RPG is.
Actually, Dragon Quest 11. That was so good.
Mm-hmm. It was very good.
There's so many RPGs this year, but Dragon Quest 11 stood out the most.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Definitely a game I would say you should not wait 2 years to play, Joey.
I might have to wait 1 year to play it, though.
If it's not coming out until late, I'm saying it's like mid 2019 in Japan, it's going to be 2020 US.
Mid 2020, maybe, if we're lucky.
Mid 2020, that's when I'm going to be playing Metroid Prime 4, honey.
Yeah.
That's a 2023 game, isn't it?
Listen, it is a 2027. It's 2077 game. Playing Cyberpunk with that shit. But
I gotta wait to see what P5R is.
Exactly. If it's
Persona 5 Racing.
If it's Persona 5 Racing, I'm quitting video games.
It's the Grand Prix that we wanted.
Yes, the one we deserved. But
Persona 5 versus Sonic All-Star Racing.
Can't wait for that game versus game is going to be lit. But Alan, what was your RPG?
I had a few. I didn't play as many as I'd want to this year. It was really hard to really get into it because it was just so much games that came out. But I would probably say the most fun I had was Monster Hunter World.
That's a good one. That
one was really good.
How could you go wrong?
I played a good couple, like a dozen or 2 hours of that. And I didn't get to enjoy everything, but I got the sense of wonder and excitement that I wanted.
Shit, Luis is here.
Oh, no, my favorite boy.
Disband.
Rouge?
Rouge the Bat.
That's not the best Sonic character, though, my guy. What are you doing?
It is Batface the Rogue. But hey, Alan, guess what my favorite RPG was?
What?
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah, we knew.
I have not played like any fucking RPGs in my defense this year.
Predictable. See, I know this man all too well. Hey, guys, I know this guy all too well.
Well, first of all, does God of War count? There's a lot of RPG elements in that game.
No, it's not. Unless you could change his loincloth to pink, then it's not an RPG.
Fuck.
You're out. You have been taken down, liberal.
I just heard Persona, so I came to leak shit. Now I'm gonna go. Oh, he leaked.
Thank you for coming, Luis. Love you, buddy.
All right.
You took a leak? What?
You took a leak. All right. Game of the year, fellas. Let's do this. Can I start? Can I start? Can I start?
No.
Sure.
All right. You already know what it is. It's God of War. It's just not a fucking contest to me. Like, I thought maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 can take it down, but those fucking controls, god damn it. So I just stuck with God of War because it's just like...
Joey's big sausage fingers couldn't really hit the square button at the proper... I'm kidding.
No, you're right. My big old sausage fingers...
You could see his controller. He could hold a man's head in his grasp like this, like a coconut.
Exactly. I relate to Kratos in that way, you know, because he's
whisper in your ear and your head just explodes. All he's got to say is, "I'm waiting for."
Alan, are you serious? You didn't play God of War yet? Alan Paxton in the chat, not play God of War? Oh wait, is he saying Gears of War? I don't know. I don't know about that. But oh hey, Kyle Campbell's not here. I just want to give his winnings. Biggest disappointment, best online experience, Sea of Thieves, best personal experience, Sea of Thieves, best mobile, Sea of Thieves, biggest disappointment, Sea of Thieves, best open world, Sea of Thieves, best indie game, Sea of Thieves, most anticipated, Sea of Thieves, game of the year, Crackdown 3.
Okay.
I just had to be
about right.
But yeah, God of War is game of the year. Alan Paxton, fucking play it. What are you doing with your life, son? So good. Anyway.
Chris, what about you?
It's God of War.
All right.
Nice. What'd you like about it? I didn't really give a good explanation as to why I loved it.
Okay, well, let's see. It does a great job of actually expanding the God of War series without having to be an exact sequel. So even if you didn't play the first one, you can still enjoy this game.
Exactly.
The little kind of like, what's the best way to put it? The little turns it has are things you don't expect to see. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but when you talk about the wife, when you find out more about the kid, all that stuff, the world is great. Oof, just so much to enjoy. The battle system is actually fun, and that was the one thing I was actually kind of worried about.
Yeah,
because remember, we're all like, "This isn't a God of War game."
Yeah,
you're right. It's better.
I'm about 50-50, but I thought it was well done.
Yeah,
that's good.
During my first battle, I was just like, this feels incredible. Oh my god.
But Joey cannot say this game is here until he beats a couple of Valkyries.
Oh, okay.
I didn't beat a single Valkyrie.
Be ashamed. I beat like 5 of them.
Shame. In my defense, I was rushing to finish the review, so and I still loved it.
Go back.
I gotta go back. I really do have to do a second playthrough. I think I started a new game plus, so I gotta just keep going through there. What about you, Mr. Plumber?
It was a really tough year. There was a lot of games taking my attention, a lot of innovative, brand new ideas. But if I had to choose one game, it had to be Sonic Mania Plus, baby.
Did you really do that? Did you really just stop? You've been holding that the entire show?
My entire room.
Did you prepared that an hour ago?
Oh, but really,
you were going to do it.
Is Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man.
I thought it was technically it was an amazing game. Very short on the hand. It is literally flying around my room on the chandelier. It is
on like the chandelier.
Like it is flying.
Amazing.
No, but really, though, Spider-Man has been a fantastic game to me because I actually. There's plenty of games that you want to play and you want a platinum trophy, but only Spider-Man really got me to actually do it. The other one being Spyro.
So much that he fainted. Oh, you Spyro? Yes, Spyro's a good one.
Spyro was a really close one, but honestly, God, Spider-Man was so good. It really made you feel like Spider-Man.
It made you feel like Spider-Man.
It was so good.
I think I saw someone comment on the goddamn Pokemon video I did. It was Pokemon Let's Go makes you feel like Pokemon Let's Go. It makes you feel like it so much. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate makes you feel like Ultimate. That's a really good one. Spider-Man is just like
Spider-Man. I would say that it would not hold up against Game of Wars, technically, like against Game of the Year, because everybody. I feel like 9 out of 10 people would choose God of War immediately because it's amazing. I have not finished God of War, unfortunately, so I can't really say that it's the best game yet. But so far, I enjoyed Spider-Man, and it's different strokes for different folks. So
different swings for different beings.
yeah, so let's see what they do with the success here. Insomniac, what are you going to do after Spider-Man? Santa Monica Studios, what are you going to do after God of War? I want to know.
I have your answer. Marvel Spider-Man 2, God of War 4, 5, 5. Yeah.
God of War Origins.
God of War Origins.
God of Origins.
There we go. Got him, boy. What do you guys think Game of the
Called
Year?
the God and his boy.
That's right.
What do you think?
What do you think Game of the Year for next year is going to be?
Oh, that's a
Kingdom
tough
Hearts.
one.
I'm thinking Kingdom Hearts.
It's got everything stacked against it because it's a January game.
I mean, Monster Hunter World still had a chance.
Well, it's because it had its specific niche. It won Best RPG.
Yes, very true. Very true.
So it's not gonna. Game of the Year is a tough one because most of those games usually come out in fall to spring. This one's coming out smack dab the first 3 weeks of January. So
you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say when we say Game of the Year, like, of course, there's not always a definitive Game of the Year. Like Game Awards, people judge it by that sometimes, but there's always going to be different outlets giving out different Game of the Year awards. But I think what's going to win a lot of Game of the Year awards, I don't know, I could be totally wrong about this, The Outer Worlds from Obsidian.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I could see that. If it's written well, if it has the right tone and it goes across the right path, I think that could be. I was going to say, I'm hoping, because as a super big fan of indie games, I'm hoping one kind of just like Ori and the Blind Forests everybody. Comes out, blows everybody away, and then just wins everything. That's what I'd hope.
Exactly. I cannot wait for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It's going to make me cry from beginning to end.
Then you got Alan Paxton saying Star Fox Grand Prix Game of the Year 2019.
That game's not happening, and it's not going to make Game of the Year. Guaranteed. Yeah, man, oh man.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. But alas, door slam in my fucking apartment.
The sun's going down. It's getting real low, big guys. We got a lot of preparing to do. With the Game and Talk itself, I think we're going to be, I'm speaking for myself here. I'm hoping that we get back to Fridays very soon.
I hope so too. I don't know what happened.
Holidays didn't help.
Holidays didn't help, especially with the strenuous schedule that a lot of us work with. But I'm hoping, and I'd really love to try to push for Fridays every week, and hopefully you guys get to see that. And
I hope so too.
We love you guys. We want more content here, and we're gonna start with Game and Talk.
Let's do it. Let's freaking do it.
And hopefully with 2019, we all get to ninja level. We all get Fortnite. We all get those epic dubs.
We'll get 18 million subs, 18,000, 100,000 million subs, whatever the fuck subs he's at. But yeah,
2018's been definitely a good year for us. I like, I'm proud to be working here. I'm proud to be working with all you guys. And next year, hopefully, everybody here, we're going to just get bigger and bigger.
Bigger and butter. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm not going to be happy until there's some sort of Rule 34 from one of us. Official. I'm not going to be happy until that's a success. You better, I was going to say, some of y'all better pray, but some of you guys are weird, so.
Some of y'all are weird. You don't believe in no higher power.
Yeah. This is really funny. It's a really good decoration piece, honestly. I think I might keep it.
Just keep it, man. Just keep the dang silly string up on that.
He's a little bit more, though, if I do say so myself.
God damn it, Alan. All right.
Call me Peter Parker. Because my uncle died.
I call you Peter Porker, okay?
What do you mean you don't like cartoons? He is John Mulaney. I love you. Chris, where can we find you?
You can find me on social media at Nuke the Chris. Simple as that nowadays.
Simple as that. Alan, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere on Facebook and Twitter at Alonzo Mega.
Very good.
Joey?
Yes.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ferris Wheel Pro. You can find my written works, all of our written works at nukethefridge.com and on YouTube at Nuke the Fridge of Gaming and me at Commonwealth Realm and Ferris Wheel Productions. So, yes, we love you guys. And
we the ending here?
Yep.
Thank you guys for an amazing 2018. This has been Alan. This has been Chris. That has been Joey. This has been 2018. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you guys in the next year. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Fucking